Alright, hello duelists, welcome back to the King's Courts. Now, okay, so, you want to hear a story? Okay, so, I was talking to Chandler and Michael, and this is an idea me and him both are having, so I'm like, you know what, fine, let's do this. Now, this is going to be a story video of the most embarrassing moment I have ever had in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! At least when it comes to the game, it's to the gameplay itself. So, if you want to hear more you want to see more videos like this, hear more story times, and not just Yu-Gi-Oh ones. You want to see some ones involving anything. Shoot, I'm gonna be honest. Anything I think is funny, we'll bring them here to the channel. All right, so if you like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll do some more. Now, okay, this is all the way back in high school. This is senior year, if I remember right. I believe it was senior year. It was either senior year or I think it was like the year we graduated. One of those. This is actually during the peak of what is now referred to as the Edison format. Dragon, all that sort of thing. Those decks were being played everywhere. So it was me and the boys. It was me, channel member Michael, and channel member Miguel. Now, if you're familiar with the channel, I mention channel member Michael all the time. For the record, I usually do that because, it started off when we first started doing videos, and I just got stuck saying it that way. But primarily behind the brains behind the channel, it's me and Michael. And when we started, it was a third member who is taking care of some personal stuff right now. But we still consider him a member. He made our channel logo and our channel intro. So obviously, and we'll see if we can get him here on the channel soon to do some videos. But he's mostly the editor of the channel, basically. So, this goes all the way back then. Now, me, Michael, and Miguel, we all just hang out all the time. Usually either at Michael's place or at Miguel's place. Either one, really. Usually on the weekends or after school, all that. Even though Michael at the time went to a different high school than we did. But, we all still stuck close. We've been best buds since... We've been attached to the hip since, barely middle school, like the beginning of middle school, so it's been a very long time. Now, we've been playing the game for a really long time, and but it was only recently that year, around that time, we started playing more competitively. What was Miguel playing? Now, Miguel was playing Constellars, I think. Now, this is actually around the time right before, if I remember right, the big ban list that put Compulse, Bottomless, Torrential, all those good cards to 1 at the time. If you're familiar with the game, you know that list, the infamous one that I'm talking about. So, we were just hanging out, and during this time, I was still technically playing Heroes, but it was a weird version. Back then, if you look at current Edison decks for Heroes right now, that's exactly what I played back then. I played like Stratos, Elemental Hero Ocean, Malicious, and some synchro cards in there. So if I remember right, me and Miguel, we're playing, and Michael's just hanging out watching us, and I had a pretty good field. I had, what was it again? If I remember right, I had a couple of big monsters, and I had Stardust Dragon on the field. I had Elemental Hero Ocean, if I remember right, and I managed to go into Stardust Dragon using Destiny Hero Malicious and Plague Spreader Zombie, because if you don't know, back then everyone was using cards like those. So I was using them at the time, and what happened was I was going over the attack and I was winning because I managed to just clear up Miguel's field, and all he had was one set card. Now, okay, this is where it gets interesting. Now, during this time, everyone was still playing cards like Mirror Force, Sakuretsu Armor, etc. And he was at the time still as well. So he was playing those cards. And I was trying to think of myself, okay, now, I could either win right now. I was basically on my Batman shit. I was basically thinking of every possible scenario that it could possibly happen. I was thinking, okay, he's got Mirror Force, I got Stardust Dragon on the field, so I can negate it, so I'm good. But if he's got Sakuretsu, I could still, same thing. But if he has D-Prison, that could be an issue. But So I was basically thinking to myself constantly, but I also remember one more card Miguel was teching at the time. Now, me and Michael were always playing, trying to figure out, the most meta builds for the decks we like to play. And Miguel did too at the time, but he liked to also troll. I'm not gonna lie, dude's a total troll. And he liked to play the craziest, dumbest cards in his deck just to mess with people because it was funny. And I'm gonna be real, it is. We did stupid stuff back then. I remember back then I would tech in Wing Kariba with Transcendent Wings and Wing Kariba level 10 just to fuck with my opponents, and it got me a win once. I think it was against a Dragon Ruler player. They had Big Eye inches, and they took control of one of my monsters, and they tried swinging into my face down monster, and they didn't know it was Wing Karibo. And then I quick played Transcendent Wing set, and I managed to destroy them and get rid of their field, and I got it right there. They were so mad. It was honestly hilarious. But that's a different story for another day. But, okay. I knew for a fact Miguel was teching in every Dark Magician fanboy's favorite trap card, Magic Cylinder. Now, I knew he was doing that because this is the time he liked to do little techs, because during this time, Stardust Dragon was like the most used synchro monster. It was in every deck. And so he wanted to do a little burn damage to people just to mess with them. And I was thinking to myself, oh man, okay, if he has that there, because I was down to 2,000 life points or something like that, and I thought, okay, if I attack and he Magic Cylinders me, I lose. Okay, I lose, and I gotta be blunt with you. We were playing for super big stakes. Winner gets the last piece of pizza, and we all know with friends, when you're fighting for that last piece, or if you're fighting over last donut or something, you will do what it takes to win, because it's not just the food itself, but it's also the principles, because you won and you earned that, and here's also the messed up thing. Channel member Michael, I knew he was right there, just smiling at me like the Joker or something, because I knew if I lost, I was never going to hear the end of it. And to this day, he still brings this up, and here's what happened. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I've always been a risk taker. Let's go for the attack. So I tried to swing with one of my monsters, but before damage declaration was really activated, I was thinking to myself, okay, you know what? Miguel's got no field or anything, so I'm like, you know what? We'll see what happens. I'll wait. So I decided just to set my monsters to defense mode. And there you go. I thought to myself, I'll put him in defense. I'm in good right now, and I really don't want to lose by burn damage, so I decided not to. And I should have done it. Because then, next turn, Miguel managed to go into Constellar Pleiades and bounce back my Stardust, attack over my Ocean, and pretty much just get game right there, because after that, I pretty much blew through all my resources, and he got the game. He got the game, and then I asked him, okay, man, I gotta know, what was that last card? It was not Magic Cylinder, it was not Deep Prison, and it wasn't even Mirror Force. He set MST to bluff me. I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. I fell for it. Oh my God, Miguel and Michael would not stop laughing. They were going insane. They were losing it. They were on some Joker gas level of laughing. They were going crazy. And I just remember thinking to myself, oh my God, I feel like such a dumbass. And I couldn't stop. And then eventually I started laughing, but honestly, I kept thinking to myself, I cannot believe I fell for that. And to this day, Michael still brings that up. And that's what brought this video idea up to make me want to do this, because we were talking about doing a quick story time video for today, and he brought up, hey, what about that one time Miguel trolled the hell out of you with MST? And I'm like, oh, go fuck yourself. But I'm not going to lie, I'm at the point now where I can just laugh at it. I mean, come on, we all have super hilarious moments like that, where at the time we thought it was embarrassing as hell, but looking back, we can laugh. I can laugh. Shoot, I might call up Miguel after this and ask him about this. So, oh man. So, yeah, that was one of the dumbest and most embarrassing moments I had because I had game and I hesitated. So, yeah, that's pretty much the entire thing right there. Oh, man, that was crazy. Okay, so that's it for that one. So this is like a quick test the water sort of thing. So if you like this kind of video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if you want to see more. Let me know in the comments your most embarrassing moment you've had in the game that you can laugh at now. Because I'm going to be honest, back then I thought this was embarrassing, but honestly, I can just laugh at this now because this is funny. Because it's honestly become one of my favorite memories with jail members Miguel and Michael. Just because it's one of those things where I can look back at and just think, man, we've had some stupid, hilarious times, and honestly, I would not want to get rid of that. So that's it for this video. Let me know if you have any more, and we got plenty of other ideas for some other story videos. Probably maybe do one a week if this video does well. So if you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.